Have you ever wanted to enter into a bass fishing tournament and either A, didn't have a boat, or B, just didn't feel comfortable being at the front of the boat in the middle of a bass tournament? Well, if that sounds like you, do me a favor, sit back, relax, and let's get ready to hop into this conversation. Let's go. What's up, everybody? My name is Jordan Fudge, and I'm the man behind the brand JD Fishing. And today I'm bringing to you a new series that we're starting here on the channel called the Co-Angler Code. And what the Co-Angler Code simply is a series of conversations that we're going to be having surrounding everything that you're going to need to know in order for you to be successful as a co-angler in the bass fishing circuit. So today we're going to start with the very basics, very beginning. What is a co-angler? A co-angler is simply this: the person who fishes at the back of the boat. The co-angler does not have the pressure of finding locations, running the big motor, running the electronics, running the trolling motor. Your whole goal is to learn to do these two things I'm going to give you today: become efficient and learning how to adapt. I'm going to give it to you again: being efficient and learning how to adapt. One more time: being efficient and learning how to adapt, right? Those are two critical things that if you can learn early on in your co-angling journey, you'll start seeing success, you'll start seeing growth, and hopefully you'll start getting some wins in your tournaments, right? So as a co-angler, you compete against other co-anglers in the same situation as you, right? So you don't have the pressure of going against guys who are at the front using live scope and all those very different things. You're fishing against all the guys in the back of the boat. And if it was up to me, I would tell you that being a co-angler is possibly the best entry point for anybody who's interested in doing tournaments, right? Being a co-angler, you get a front row seat watching other guys uh, uh, use different techniques, using different lures, different presentations, and you get an opportunity to learn from everyone else without the pressure of running the boat and making sure everything is operating, right? So here's the thing: everybody can have a Cinco. Everybody doesn't fish a Cinco the same way. Everybody can have a square bill. Everybody doesn't have a fish the square bill the same way. Everybody can have a whopper plopper. Everybody does not fish the whopper plopper the same way, right? So you'll get to learn different techniques and styles of fishing from the multiple boaters that you're paired with, and you get an opportunity to learn and add some of those tricks and techniques to your arsenal for you to have success in future tournaments and endeavors that you'll go on, right? So for me, if you've been following my journey here on the channel, you know that right now in my journey, I'm a co-angler. I'm not at the point where I have a bass boat yet, right? So if y'all want to help me out, go ahead, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe. Let's run these numbers up. Let's do all that. But on a serious note, that's what I do. And I think that this is the best point, right? Because I get an opportunity to learn different techniques and really learn to grow and build my fishing knowledge and skills by learning from other experienced anglers who've been doing this a lot longer than what I've been able to do, right? So I just want to give you a brief breakdown of just a few things that you're going to need to start in your co-angling journey, right? Thing number one, right? So you don't need a bunch of rods, right? You don't need 20,000 rods. Right now, I would say to get started, you need at least 3 to 4 rods, right? So you can have 2 spinning rods, 2 bait casters, or all 4 bait casters, or all 4 spinning rods, whatever you feel comfortable in doing, right? You need at least 3 to 4 rods to get started, right? I would also say you need to have some sort of way to transport your terminal tackle, your your uh your hard baits, your soft plastics, right? So have something that you can put all of your baits and storage away. So like a tackle bag or a backpack or whatever, something like that. And we'll talk about that in the next video. But having a way to be able to store your gear, right? I would also say it's also important for you to have some sort of rain gear and also a life jacket. Right now, for the most part, right, most people, most boaters have life jackets. So early on, when you find out that you paired with whatever boater that you pair with, it's always important to communicate and ask, is it okay? Do you have one? And if not, always make sure that you have one on hand for you to be able to use. And last but not least, you always want to make sure that you have enough snacks and water for you to be out there on while you're on the lake, right? So most tournaments, you're going to be out there on the water for about 8 hours. And you want to make sure that you have enough snacks and you want to make sure you have enough water, right? In the dead heat of the summer, even in the spring and sometimes in the fall, it can just be very tiring just being out there on the water with the sun beaming down on you. And you want to make sure you have enough energy You want to make sure you're drinking enough water and Gatorade and whatever electrolytes or whatever you have, right, to make sure that you're replenishing all of the energy and everything that you're burning while you're out there on the water. And it's important, especially in the summertime. If you need to take a break, recover, and then get back out there on the water, right? You don't want to pass out. You don't want to overheat. Let's be smart while we're out there on the water, right? So hey, listen, if this sounds like you and you want to be a co-angler, right? And you want to start your bass fishing journey, or you're already a co-angler and you want to learn some more tips and technique, do me a favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button, but also hit the bell notification because this series is just getting started and we're going to crack into some of the intricate details of what it means to be a co-angler and how you can start having success as you in your co-angling journey, right? So without further ado, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the channel today. I can't wait for part 2 for us to crack into the co-angler code. Until next time, be blessed, tight lines. Let's get to it.